things with their best tech.
The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
That's the 25 to the 20 to the 15. He's going to high step into the end zone. Touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Pine City High School for tonight's Great River Conference Girls Basketball Championship here tonight between the Pine City Dragons and the Ogilvie Lions. Thanks so much for tuning in here tonight. I am, of course, Ethan Game Day Gilman. I'll be bringing you all the action from what is sure to be a high-flying game and matchup, whatever you'd like to call it, event. I mean, that's really what it's turning out to be between the Pine City Dragons and the Ogilvie Lions. I mean, people are still piling in here, ladies and gentlemen, so if you're not here, hopefully you can tune in and watch this game online, or maybe you can even tune in and listen to it on the radio, whether you're on the road or at home. Don't forget, you can listen to WCMP wherever you go, on the go, with our mobile app. It's in the App Store or Google Play or I shouldn't say app, but it's WCMP radio app. So these two teams are set to go at it. It should be a fun one here. Again, the conference championship game between these two teams, this is it. This is what everyone has looked for this year. When these two teams played earlier in the season, not that long ago, you kind of seen how that game played out. Two high-flying offenses really showed themselves off, and Ogilvie came out on top, 82-80, but now it all comes down to this because Ogilvie lost to Bram at home, so now both these teams have an opportunity, a win, and you've got the conference championship all to yourselves. Both these teams are pretty darn antsy. You can tell there's a lot of hype around this game. People are out in full force for this one. I mean, everyone is here for this one. So, again, if you're not here yet, I would encourage you to get here soon. But if you aren't able to make it, don't worry, we'll have it all for you right here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and of course online with video at WCMPradio.com. I've got a few interviews to get through. First, we talked with the Ogilvie girls basketball head coach, Daryl Addix, and we also talked with the Pine City girls basketball head coach as well. So we're going to take a quick commercial break here, those interviews, and then we'll be back to talk more about this game. But of course, you're listening to girls basketball, Great River Conference Championship.
Untangling your
WCMP.
headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local Auto Owners Agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
All right, we are now joined by the Ogilvie girls basketball head coach, Daryl Addix. First of all, Coach, I just want to take time to thank you for joining me for this interview. It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah, not a problem.
And taking a look at your team this year, it has been quite a season. Currently sitting 18-3 on the year and 7-1 in conference play, along with 6-2 in the section. On top of the section, top 10 ranked team in the state. What has it been like for you as a coach to watch this team play at such a high level this year?
It's been awesome. There's been times we struggled here and there, a couple section games, but it's been a lot of fun when we get up and down the floor. It's a fun group to watch.
It absolutely is, and of course you're in line right now for a conference championship game come Friday, but just taking a look at this season, you were able to beat Pine City at home. What was your thoughts on that game and the way your team battled to come away with that victory?
It was a tough-fought game. It was definitely a total team effort, that game. A lot of people stepped up and made some shots down the stretch. Just total team effort win on that one.
And this team has a good mix of players. You've got some veteran players and some younger players on this team. What has it been like to be able to watch this team grow throughout the years, and now for the seniors this year, watch it come to what the season has been?
Yeah, last year we had 3 seniors too that graduated here. We got 4, so it's been a nice little transition. Nobody's had to play up from 9th grade besides Cadence, but she's definitely been able to do that. Yeah, just older kids are taking younger kids under their wing, and they're learning.
And you talked about Cadence Pierce. She's been a great player for years now, and she's got more years to come. But what has it been like to watch her grow and continue to grow as a player, but also with the other players and learn from them? Yeah,
definitely. She puts the time in during the summer. Younger kids are watching her, and they want to be that same caliber of player. And I'm sure she kind of seen grace in front of her too, and I'm sure that kind of accelerated her to get to where she's at. And she just keeps continuing to get better from last year to this year. It's been a pretty drastic improvement even.
And looking at this season once again, one of the conference wins that you had was over Bram earlier in the season. It was a close win, but a win nonetheless. But what is the message to the team after a win like that, knowing you still have to play Pine City, but trying to keep their momentum going forward? Because, like you mentioned, did have some tough losses against Cromwell, right? And then Bram again. But what has been the message to the team to just try and keep them moving forward?
Big win like that over a tough team in Bram, that's been good for as long as I can remember. It's just really confidence builder. I know coming into that game, I think me and my assistant were pretty confident, but I don't know if the girls really believe they were at that level yet. Just confidence. It gives them a lot of confidence playing against really good competition and coming out with wins.
Unfortunately, they were able to split the series with you guys this year, but then after that loss, you guys have since been on a tear, even putting up over 100 points against McGregor, and then 2 back-to-back games where you put up 80 points on the board. What is it like to see your team take a tough loss like that, but then also be able to turn around, kind of put it in the rear view, and get right back to work?
Yeah, it seems like that last game against Cromwell, there's teams we match up well against, and then there's some like Cromwell I don't think we match up real great against. Tonight, Friday against Pine, I think we match up pretty decently with them. Yeah, just after a tough loss, it's move on to the next one. We try not to dwell on it too long and to get right back after it.
And, of course, you talked about it, got that important game coming up here on Friday. What is something that you want to see from the team here in the next couple days of practice leading up to that game?
Just a teamwork. I know last game against Bram, we forced a lot of shots, and it kind of got us. I think if we would have just moved the ball a little more, I think we would have been in it right to the end again. But just basically teamwork here at practice, and I think we'll be all right come Friday.
And of course, a big game, conference championship game. Has it been, as a coach, have you had to try and make sure they're staying focused, or has that just been a team effort and they know what they have to do come Friday?
Yeah, I think the girls are pretty well aware of what they got to do come Friday.
And then what has been your message to the team these last couple of days after getting a game in on Monday, and now you've had ever since to be able to kind of focus on Pine City? What's been the message you've been relaying to the team? Just play with confidence come Friday. I think maybe as long as everybody's involved in the game, I think we'll be fine come Friday. Taking a look at that Friday game, going into it, what is one or maybe a few things that you would like to see from your team in that game to try and help them come out with the victory and the conference crown? Kind of the same thing that first game. I think there was 3 separate times they had us down by 10. Just the fight that never give up. As long as we work together, I think we're going to be fine. And it seems like this is a team that is pretty close. Would you agree with that? And if so, talk about how this team has just kind of grown together this year. Yeah, it's a pretty close group of girls. From the beginning, we had one senior that wasn't sure if she was going to play, and then decided, she wanted to be part of the team, and everybody's just kind of accepted, just kind of growing throughout, a couple tough loss early on, and then, ran off a string, and it's just winning brings everybody together. And, Coach, I think that is all that I have for you here. Is there anything else that you'd like to add? No, not. I think you covered pretty much anything. I think it's been a while since Ogilvie's won the conference, so
since 2001, and says at the gym. So I know the girls are really looking forward to the opportunity.
Coach, I want to again thank you for taking time to do this interview. It's greatly appreciated. And, of course, good luck on Friday.
All right, thanks.
Free college is possible at Pine Technical and Community College. Students of all ages may be eligible for a tuition and fee-free pathway to education thanks to the new North Star Promise Scholarship. If you're a resident of Minnesota and have a family-adjusted gross income of $80,000 or less, apply online today for free and join us in high-demand programs such as nursing, gunsmithing, machining, automated systems, cybersecurity, early childhood education, liberal arts, and more. Whether you're starting out or starting over, learn more at pine.edu.
We're now joined by the Pine City girls basketball head coach, Patrick Judd. First of all, Coach Judd, I want to just thank you so much for taking time to do this interview. It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Always happy to be here.
And last time we had talked about the tough loss to Ogilvie, but since then you guys have played 4 games, including last week against Bram. You guys got about a week and a half off for that game. What were your impressions in that Bram game after having basically a bye week in between the Ogilvie game and Bram game?
Yeah, well, we had a bye week, but we had a lot of stuff going on too. We were battling some injuries and trying to figure out what we were going to do to take care of some of those things too. With as you know, Piper Medling went down with an ACL injury for us, and very big part of our program and part of our team this year. And we're definitely going to miss her the rest of the season here. Hopefully she'll be back next year. But yeah, we took some time to reflect on the loss to Ogilvie and what we did wrong to put ourselves in that spot to lose, and try to refocus and think about what we got to do to be better here during the last part of the regular season going into playoffs. And I felt like with our preparation there and our time off, we got things rolling again, and now we feel pretty good about where we're at going into Friday.
And, of course, you were able to beat Bram, and then it was a game on the road against Piers, and that one was a pretty close game there. Piers, always a tough team at home. What were your takeaways from that Piers game last Friday?
Yeah, I thought the Piers game was just a phenomenal game for both teams. Both teams came well prepared. You could definitely tell that we both had each other scouted pretty well, and it just felt like a playoff game. It's a tough environment to play in, physical team, and I think most teams in the state would tell you that when you face a physical team, it can change and make you have to adjust on what you do. And our girls are able to play multiple different ways of basketball, and that was what we had to do that night. And we had a lot of people step up in the game, and I'm just very proud of the way we were able to overcome the tenacious environment that we were in.
And then it turned into the weekend, which then led to the first game of 3 this week, all at home, but you faced off against Barnum. Felt like a little bit more of a slow start there in that one, but as the second half came around, things really started to roll your way.
Yeah, I thought that, I mean, you can look at all the games that we had leading up into that, too. It was just, slow first halves, and we made good adjustments at halftime, and were able to be resilient. And against Barnum, we just, just weren't clicking, and we had to just make a few little adjustments there at halftime, and the girls look, credit to them, they never give up. They're so resilient, and they find different ways to win basketball games, and that was a great example of that on Monday night.
And then talking about finding ways to win basketball games, I think that could be said about last night's game as well against Hermantown. Just a battle through and through from start to finish. Hermantown got a very youthful team. They're only one senior on their team, but they brought everything they could for this Dragons team. But it's got to feel good as a coach to see your team be able to be in a game like that and to kind of work their way through it and still come out with the victory.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at a lot of different things in that game from last night. Being down at halftime against a team that, on paper, when you look at, the win-loss record, you're like, wow, I mean, it's amazing they were in the game. But, we knew going into the game they play a much tougher schedule. They're physical. And like you said, their youth really stepped up last night against us and definitely made us have to reorganize at halftime. But, our girls also didn't shoot the best in the first half. And, you look at our 2 leading scorers on the team this year with Carly and Summer, they were not having the best shooting night, and yet we were able to still find a way to win the game because other players stepped up and got it going for us. So, that's the beauty of this team is that anybody can get us going and anybody can be a leading scorer for us. And we had 4 girls in double figures last night, so that was a big thing for us, is that when you have more people that are capable of scoring, it makes it just that much more difficult to stop us.
For sure, and you've talked about Thiemann and Juzak kind of being the leading scorers for this team, and in that game last night, it just felt like something needed to break through, and it kind of felt later on in the game in the second half when that you guys were able to get a 3 from Lottie, turn around, Haney gets a steal, and then gives it off to Bolin, who drops it in for 2, plus she got the and 1. Just talk about this team and the younger athletes on this team being able to step up and take those roles on head on. I mean, it's been pretty impressive to watch them grow throughout the season.
Well, and to be quite honest with you, they've had to grow. I mean, there's just they are the next ones up in line, and it's been fun to watch throughout the whole year, just watching Brooke Bolin and Mal Klepper and Vivian Lottie, and then even down to Paige Gray and Taylor Haney. I mean, just they're all sophomores, and they're going to continue to get better and better, and it's you could see it in the last 3 games here. If there's any indication of the progress they've made, you can just watch those 3 games and see how each game those individuals are just continuing to produce for us and show that they can play at this high level.
And in talking with some of the players in post game, it's just wonderful to hear how it doesn't matter how the team is doing, doesn't matter how each other is shooting, whether it's good, bad, the rebound, it doesn't matter. This team just continues to pick each other up and dust each other off and be that positive influence to each other. What is that like as a coach to be able to see that out on the court, especially during a game that is quite close like it was last night?
Yeah, well, it just shows once again the ability of these girls to understand that it doesn't have to be them every single night, but if it's not their night, they have to find other ways to help the team, and being positive and finding different roles on the team different nights is so important for not only me as a coach, so I don't have to worry about so much of the trying to fix them, because they can fix themselves now, and that's what's important. But just also the kids know that they have each other's back, and that's something that not every team has during the course of a year, especially when you go against tough teams. So that's a positive thing that we have going forward here, not only into the game on Friday, but into the rest of the season and playoffs.
And speaking of that, you get a couple of day break here before you get to host the conference championship game against Ogilvie. What's something you're looking to take away from these next couple of days of practice before Friday?
Well, I think the big thing for us is we just need to make sure we go play our game. We can't be worrying about what happened the first time. We obviously got to learn from that, but we got to make sure we go do what we do best. We know that Ogilvie is not going to just hand us the title, and they know we're not going to hand it to them. So it's a matter of which team can execute their game plan, and just remember that you can't get too high on the highs and you can't get too low on the lows. You got to stay even keel in a game like this, and it's something that I feel like our girls have had to really put to the test the last 3 games. So I feel like we're battle tested, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, and again, talking with some of the players post-game, Bolin last night, she had talked about how she doesn't even want the rest. She wants to get out there and play Ogilvie now. So has there been any, for you as a coach, have you had to at all temper things down at all, or have they been doing a pretty good job of realizing, hey, like you mentioned, they got to stay even keel, not too high, not too low?
No, I mean, right now my focus has just been one game at a time, and, the next couple of practices, we'll talk a little bit more about this and what we need to do in the game plan. But, I never try to look too far ahead. I try to focus on the game that was in front of us. And now that we've taken care of the 4 games that we just had in 6 days, it's now time to worry about the conference title. And I think that's the best way to do it, because otherwise you just stress yourself out worrying about other things that you can't control at the very moment in front of you. So we're gonna get to work on that here today and tomorrow, and we'll be ready for Friday. There's no doubt on that.
And what does it mean for you as a coach, these players, and just this program overall, to be able to not only go into this game with the chance, but also to get to host a conference championship game? Well,
that's a very big thing for us, But I mean, schedule-wise, we lucked out that the game's at our place and not theirs. I mean, we can sit here and tell you we don't care where we play, but at the same time, it's a big advantage. You got your fan base there. It's going to be a packed house, and we're hoping that the fans can give us that energy that we are going to need for the entire game. So we're looking to put on a show, and we're looking to take care of business. I don't care if it's a 1-point win or a 20-point win or something in between. It's just go take care of business. So we've been here before. That's the other key part of it. But playing at home is just as valuable. So we look forward to the challenge on Friday.
Well, Coach, that is all that I have for you here today. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
No, I think that's good. I'm gonna go take care of practice now. So.
All right, sounds good. Well, Coach, again, I appreciate you joining me. It's greatly appreciated, and good luck on Friday.
All right, thank you very much.
Well, our pregame warm-ups are just about done, and once those are done, we will have our national anthem be sung, and then our starting lineups will have been announced, and we will be ready for tip-off here in this girls' Great River Conference Championship game between the Pine City Dragons and the Ogilvie Lions. We'll take a moment to hear a word from our fine sponsors. Back for tip-off in this one. You're listening to Girls Great River Conference Championship basketball on
The saga
WCMP.
continues. We now know with certainty that Kidney Stone will return for Season 5, Part 2, its final episodes, in November 2024. The same love story.
No one messes with my girl.
Oh, Bib, I love you.
Trying to save the ranch.
It's got the best pull shed in Kanabec County.
And of course,
this week, grab your tickets to the new Wrangler Stampede Rodeo. 3 options to choose from. Or you're going to the train station.
Let's take them to the train station.
WCMPradio.com/deals. WCMPradio.com/deals. Save now, but wait to watch what used to be your favorite show and everybody was talking about it, and now it's kind of lost its momentum.
Are you looking for a position where your role impacts the community around you? Then look no further than Burnett Dairy Cooperative in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Owned by the farmers in your community, Burnett Dairy offers numerous career options with various responsibilities and growth opportunities. Positions such as CDL drivers, who work closely with our farmers, cheese production, creating award-winning cheeses, and retail store clerks making someone's day better. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on Careers to join our herd.
All right, settle down. Let's call the meeting of people that complain about everything all the time and never do anything about it to order. Any complaints?
Yeah, my heating bill's too high.
Oh, yeah? Well, Bobby just bought an outdoor furnace from Central Boiler, and he eliminated his heating bill.
What about the hot water?
He eliminated that heating bill, too.
What about his shop?
He heats that, too.
I have no more complaints.
I think Central Boiler offers a solution to our complaints.
Save money on your cooling and heating bills. Visit NorthlandBoilerSales.com. Your local Central Boiler sales dealer.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Your starting lineups for the Ogilvie Lions are head coached by Daryl Addix. Will be number 3, Addison Reed. Number 4, Grace Hines. Number 15, Lexi Nearing. 21, Cadence Pierce. And 42, Amelia Arnold. For the Pine City Dragons, are head coached by Patrick Judd. It'll be number 2, Mallory Klepper. Number 10, Summer Thiemann. Number 11, Brooke Boland. Number 12, Carly Jusak. And number 23, Vivian Lottie. The Ogilvie Lions wearing their white away uniforms. The black letters outlined in orange. The orange numbers outlined in black. The black and yellow trim on the bottom of the short. The waistband on the shoulder sleeve and the neck opening. For the Dragons, their home green uniforms, white letters and numbers outlined in black. The black trim on the arm sleeves, neck hole, the waistband, and on the bottom of the shorts, the Dragon logo on each side of the shorts as well. This is a packed house here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as it should be for the Great River Conference Championship game between the Dragons and the Lions. This should be a ton of fun, extremely entertaining. And I appreciate you all for tuning in. Of course, give a shout out to our fine sponsors for sponsoring this and every other broadcast. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do it. 18 minutes are up on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They have custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. Again, this is the Girls Great River Conference Championship game. These two teams played only a few weeks ago, where Ogilvie got the victory 82-80. But now Pine City looking for a little bit of revenge here at home. And not only revenge, but to hold on to that conference crown in which they have had for so many years now. In fact, the loss to Ogilvie ended a 60-game conference winning streak that Pine City had up to that point. So Pine City, I mean, everything is on the line for both of these teams. Not only that, I mean, rankings in QRF will go up as well. The tip is won by the Dragons, and they'll quickly go up the court, back out to Lottie, and a quick three there from Jusak is going to be no good, and Nearing with the rebound. You know, as much as I want to say that was a little bit quick of a shot, that was a good pass to find the open player for the Dragons. Just couldn't get the shot to fall, and now it's Nearing who finds an open lane, and blocked from behind by Carly Jusak. She starts it off early. They'll get the ball down the court quickly to Vivian Lottie. In the near side to Jusak, now to Boland at the top of the key. Boland will give it over on the far side to Klepper. Klepper to Jusak. Jusak now on the near side to Thiemann. Underneath to Klepper, back outside. Lottie for three. It's just off the mark. Boland will come up with the rebound. She'll give it back outside to Jusak. Now over to Lottie, top of the key to Thiemann. Thiemann drifts backwards, looking, trying to set up the offense, gives it over to Boland on the far side. She'll lob it inside to Jusak. Jump in for two. First points on the board by the Dragons. But here come the Lions. Grace Hines, the senior, the veteran player for the Lions, gives it out to Cadence Pierce, and that's smooth on through. No surprise there from three. And that's the danger of this Ogilvie team. You might think it's Pierce and Hines, and of course they can hit it from anywhere, but they've also got the other three players who can hit it from everywhere else. But quickly they go underneath to Jusak once again, left wide open for another two. Good passing so far here by the Dragons. I've really noticed they're doing a good job trying to get their players open. Arnold with it now, gives it over to Hines, now to Pierce. Pierce, she thought about three, gives it back across the court to Arnold, going inside now to Nearing. Nearing back outside to Pierce. Pierce wanting three, guarded well by Thiemann. Now over to Reed, back outside. Hines for three, and that's good as well. And so far the Lions say, you want to give us the outside shot, we'll give you the outside shot. And the Lions doing a really good job of passing the ball as well. Been a really good passing game here by both teams. I know it's not the NFL or football at all, but both these teams doing a really good job passing the ball. And as I say that, it's stolen away by Lexi Nearing on a pass that might have been tipped. And now Grace Hines gets guarded by her own player, but she drops it in for three off the bank shot. Her own teammate kind of guarded her. It was kind of funny to watch there, but now it's a 9-4 lead for the Lions. But they're just moving quickly and taking shots from long range. They're not afraid to pop those off. Pine City, not that they haven't had a tough time matching, it's just because there they go. It's 9-6 now. Again, not that they have had a hard time matching, it's just the one turnover has been the big thing. And not only that, you've got 3 threes to begin the game for Ogilvie, so it's going to be a little bit of a turning point there for Ogilvie when you can start off the game with 3 threes on 4 shots. One of their shots was blocked. That's the only shot they haven't made. So every possession other than the block shot, they have scored on a long-range ball. And Pine City has done a good job passing the ball, getting Carly Jusak wide open underneath. But something the Ogilvie Lions have done really well is go inside, outside, passing that ball inside to open up the outside shot. And Pierce has been wide open. Then they left Hines wide open twice. Even after Hines was guarded by her own player. Now, her own teammate didn't mean to do it. It's just kind of the way the play churned out. She got the pass from her teammate, and her teammate kind of got spun around. And as she got spun around, she was guarding her own teammate. Here we go, back up the court for the Lions. Reed has it, now over to Pierce. And it's going to be stolen away by Carly Jusak. That is a big one. That'll keep it within reach for the Dragons, and that shot is up and in from Jusak for 2. That one bounced around a little bit, but it does eventually fall. She got the assist from Mallory Klepper, now outside to Reed. Reed go all the way across court to Arnold. Arnold might be the quiet player on the court stat-wise, but she can hit it from anywhere too. Can't count her out on that. Pierce will go all the way across court to Reed. Reed's going to lose it out of bounds, and a turnover there for the Lions. Dragons will get it back. Boland will bring it up the court. She looks, goes to Jusak. Jusak trying to drive inside. She gets double teamed. The pass over to Boland for 3. It's out, but Jusak right there for the rebound. And then it's out again, and that should stay with Pine City. It will. Jusak got the first rebound, couldn't hold on to the second one, but it was knocked out of bounds by a member of the Lions, so it stays with Pine City. Lottie will inbound to Jusak. Jusak, top of the key. Summer Thiemann thought about the long one. She gives it back off to Carly Jusak for the three! And much like the first game, Jusak has gone off in this first half. And the first foul, Vivian Lottie. She didn't like the call. That was the correct call. It's a tough one nonetheless. It's not one you want to take, but it is going to be the correct call there. Vivian Lottie going to be the guilty Dragon, the first foul. Again, she was just trying to play the ball, got a little bit too aggressive, and they got the foul. Cadence Pierce has it now. She was guarded well by Klepper. Her shot is no good, and Jusak gets the rebound. She'll hand it off to Bolin. Bolin quickly up the court to Lottie. Back over to Klepper. Now to Bolin. Bolin fakes a three. Drives inside. Loses possession of the ball. Goes underneath to Lottie. Lottie back over to Bolin. Bolin, as she drives to the basket, is fouled. And she'll go to the line and shoot two. That's going to be on Amelia Arnold. So she's got the Lions' first foul of the game. And Brooke Boland at the line for two. First one, no good from Brooke Boland. But again, believe it or not, Boland is only a sophomore. So she's got 2 more years to just continue to get better. And that one's going to be no good. Jusak trying to tip it to herself. Just a little bit out of reach on that one. Otherwise, she was in great position. It was the right move by Jusak. Just couldn't get enough on it back towards herself as it goes out of bounds, and the Lions will get it back. Here comes Hines. Hines back outside to Reed. Reed for three. It's out, and Jusak mistimed the jump because she kind of had to. That ball had a funky bounce, and now driving in, Grace Hines. Shot no good. Rebounded there by Reed. And Jusak not pleased with the team foul there. Excuse me, it was Nearing with the rebound. And it's Hines at the line for two. That's going to go against Boland. So Hines at the line for two. First one's up and good. And that one's going to be no good. A race for the rebound picked up by Jusak. She'll bring it up the court quickly, driving to the basket, finds that lane and drops it in for two. 13-10. Amelia Arnold for three. She can hit it from there, and she does. Oh, boy, we're in for another high-scoring affair, ladies and gentlemen. A scoring fest up to this point. We're not even quite 5 minutes into the game yet. Thiemann has it, and right now it looks like the Ogilvie Lions want to press the issue on the perimeter shot. They look like they have no interest in taking anything underneath the basket. Jusak will pull up a little tough on that one, and it's no good. Cadence Pierce is going to grab the reel. This seems like a game in which if you are not getting a shot to fall on each possession, you might just wind up quickly falling behind. Arnold with a quick shot, and Lottie gets the rebound. She was pushed there. No foul call. Summer Thiemann will take it towards the basket, and she's fouled. And we'll go to line and shoot two. Addison Reed with the foul for the Lions. Thiemann's first one is up and good. But again, this feels more or less like a game in which you have to score every possession. Because if not, you might be left behind. That one no good by Thiemann, so 1 of 2 there. And it's rebounded by Nearing. Hines has it. We'll give it over to Pierce. That's a long three, but she's on the mark. Yeah, you can't leave Pierce alone like that. She is just deadly from out. She's really deadly from anywhere she wants to shoot it. So Jusak will pull up a quick three to answer. This is an incredible pace. 17-16. Near side corner, Reed has it, gives it over to Nearing, back outside to Reed. Reed, she'll look to give it over to Pierce. Pierce now in the far side corner for Arnold. That shot is up, no good, but it's rebounded by Nearing. She lost it. It's on the ground. Lottie with the steal. Here comes Boland. Boland over to Jusak. Jusak over to Boland. Boland left alone on the far side corner. Thought about three, then pulls it down. Pierce is right there. As much as Pierce is a very good offensive player. She is also a good defender. Jusak will give it over to Lottie now to Thiemann. Thiemann over to Klepper. Bolin left alone on the elbow, gives it underneath to Thiemann. Turnaround shot, no good, and it's going to be Pierce with the rebound. Good looking play, but just off the mark a little bit. Grace Hines, blocked by Carly Jusak. That should have been an easy shot for Grace Hines because they had the fast break moving, but then Jusak comes out of nowhere to make the block. That's all hustle, ladies and gentlemen. Arnold will get set to inbound for the Lions. She's in a little bit of a panic as that ball is underneath the legs of Grace Hines. They nearly lost it, but a jump ball going to be called, and the possession arrow favors the Lions. That was close. You could tell Arnold was kind of panicking a little bit just because the time was running down, and she had to get that one off, and luckily it wasn't a turnover, and now a 3 there. Is that a 3 or was that a long 2? It looked like her feet may have been on the line, but they were not. So Grace Hines with a 3. I couldn't tell. It was real close, and I don't have the angle where I can see the toes, so I really couldn't tell. But it is a 3 for Grace Hines. Dragons have it now. They'll give it inside. Jusak back outside Lottie. Lottie will go all the way across, and that's a bad pass, and that you cannot have in tonight's game. Grace Hines will drop it in for 2. That is why. You cannot have mental mistakes like that in this game because Ogilvie, I mean, I don't know what it is, but just can't seem to miss. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I think about it and I'm like, well, how does a team go from one game? It seems like they can't miss, and then they go to another game and they seem like, well, they just can't get anything to fall. As Grace Hines will get yet another steal, and that shot is up, no good. Grace Hines will get the rebound on the missed shot from Reed. Now Ogilvie has a chance to push their lead out a little bit. Hines has it. Into the game for the Lions is Bethany Besser. Ball nearly stolen away. Top key, Reed for 3. It's no good. Rims out. Pierce with the rebound. Now to Reed, and that's no good. Luckily there for the Dragons. Lottie gets the rebound, and that's a situation where we've seen it, sadly, happen more times than not for the Dragons, where they can't seem to get a rebound or hold on to one. And give credit to the Lions, though. They did a good job boxing out. Now the pass inside for Jusak. And she's fouled, and she'll go to line and shoot 2. And they're going to get this one on Cadence Pierce. So Jusak at the line for 2. They're 1 for 4 to this point. A little too much on that one from Jusak. So Paige Gray and Taylor Haney check in for the Dragons. We did get some subs here for the Lions. Looks like number 10 and 2. As Jusak delivers on that one. 2 is going to be Aaliyah Robin. That shot is blocked by Taylor Haney. So Haney will get a block. She had one the other night as well against Hermantown. And 10 is Ruby Byer for the Lions. Lions have it. Hines backs it out to Pierce. Pierce trying to get around the defender, Klepper. A backstep 3, and it's blocked a little bit there by Klepper. Taken by Jusak. Jusak to the basket. No good. Klepper with the rebound. Turnaround shot is up and in for 2. Mallory Klepper, these last 3 weeks, has just been phenomenal. And then the pass cannot be reeled in there by Ruby Byer, and the ball will go back to the Dragons. 9:26 to go here in the first half. Lions lead 21-20 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Their doctors are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Start today at EmbraceMN.com. Bounce pass to Klepper, nearly stolen away. Now give it over to Gray. Gray back to Thiemann. Thiemann pulls it in on the far side. Thiemann gives it off to Haney. Haney now to Klepper. Klepper looking back out to Gray. Gray driving inside. Got a little bit of a lane, and I think she put that ball up a little too soon for the layup as it's rebounded by Cadence Pierce. Pierce trying to get around Klepper, and they're going to get Klepper on the foul. So Klepper's first, team's third. Lottie and Bolin will check back in for Klepper and Thiemann. Again, Pine City may not have the depth that other teams do, but they do a really good job. And these girls are going to have a lot of talent coming next year once again. But Pierce can be back for the Lions, so Pierce over the defender. It's no good, and Jusak will grab the rebound for the Dragons. Jusak up the court, now under halfway in this first half. She'll give it over to Boland. Now to Haney, over to Paige Gray. Gray will try to go inside, but that is blocked. Paige Gray holds on to it. And she makes sure it doesn't become an over and back. It should be a foul there. I mean, Paige Gray got fouled on that one. As she brought it in, she was fouled, so it could have been called a foul. I mean, you can't add one now, but it. So I'm trying to hear what the ref is saying. Can't quite hear. They are looking at the scoreboard now. I'm not quite sure what. Thiemann checks in for Paige Gray. Something with the shot clock, apparently. They put 22 seconds on the shot clock. 8:30 exactly to go in the first half. So Lottie will get set to inbound, and again, a pass that is stolen away, and this is becoming a problem now. The passes are just being stolen by the Lions, and Hines turns around, puts it up and in for two. I mean, you gotta have smarter passes. That one was forced again, and Ogilvie is just kind of playing off a little bit, realizing, hey, if we play off a little bit, we're going to force Pine City to throw these passes into tight windows, and we know that we can step in front of them and get the steal, and that's what they're doing right now. They're just kind of hanging back a little bit and stepping in front of the pass when it comes, so Pine City's going to have to change it up a little bit. Pierce thought about three. She has to pull it down. She'll give it off now, and that's a three from Hines. That's just off the mark, but, yeah, her teammate Pierce is right there. I mean, this Ogilvie team is very sound. Ooh. Maria Jusak on a foul, and that was close. I don't know. I think Pierce was more heading out of bounds than it was Jusak got the foul, but we stick with the call. Under 8 minutes to go now. And again, Ogilvie has had only a few possessions where they haven't scored. So Pine City's going to have to make sure that, I mean, they're scoring on these next few possessions because, man, Ogilvie just hasn't not scored, really. Cadence Pierce gives it over on the far side to Robin for three. That's going to be no good, but no one there for Pine City, and it's Grace Hines for the rebound, and Pine City right now just can't grab a rebound. Three over the defender, no good, and it's rebounded by Jusak. Jusak will give it off to Boland. Down only by three. Now, again, they're only down by three, but, man, does it feel like a lot more with how Ogilvie is shooting the ball. Klepper will put up a shot, and, yeah, that was kind of forced too. Robin with the rebound for the Lions. That one was kind of forced. She didn't really know where to go with it, and I think she just thought, yeah, I need to throw this one up, and all of a sudden it's a three again for the Lions. I mean, this is, if you're the Dragons, this feels already like it's a double-digit deficit just because of how Ogilvie's shooting the ball. I mean, it doesn't matter from where. They're hitting it right now on every spot. So for Pine City, they've got to figure something out. But we will get a timeout here by the Dragons. While they take a timeout, we'll take a quick one as well. You're listening to Girls Basketball.
A duo that is perfect together. That's Dale's Heating and Appliance and Lennox. Dale's is your local Lennox dealer that's committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. With a wide assortment of options, Dale's will ensure your home's air is top quality. Call Dale's today or visit them at dalesheatingandappliance.com and ask how you can save on your next AC unit. Lennox and Dale's, the perfect duo. Dealer number E06356.
Experience our most popular sawmill, the Big Red XP. This Canadian-built mill proudly sits on an entirely welded 24-foot jointless frame. Accepting a diameter of 32 inches, this portable sawmill can saw logs up to 21 feet long or work with two 10-foot logs at the same time. Includes an electric head position and automatic headlock. Powered by the renowned and proven Honda 20-horsepower version, the Big Red XP comes equipped with all the equipment needed. The Big Red XP is available only at Stan's Equipment Center in Pine City.
and frustration here for the Dragons. They know what kind of caliber team they are, and they know they could play better. And I think right now they're kind of pressing because they know they're not playing up to what they should be. And hopefully the timeout proves for them that they can kind of settle into things and get back in rhythm on offense. Klepper will go inside. Jusak, beautiful separation on that one, and a beautiful pass from Mallory Klepper. And a shot there from the Lions, no good. Rebounded by Vivian Lottie. And she'll give it to Boland. Up the court now, she'll give it off to Klepper. Klepper going inside. Again, Jusak left alone for two. And she's getting open just because she's creating separation herself. Now a three from Aaliyah. Robin is long. And it's Vivian Lottie again with the rebound. She's been in a good spot late. And, that one's going to go out of bounds. Aaliyah Robin couldn't hang on to it. It was not the greatest of passes. Thiemann almost had it, but it just went out of her reach. And then Aaliyah Robin tried to pull it in for the Lions, but she couldn't, and she touched it out of bounds last. So if you're the Lions there, I think you're saying to Robin, hey, maybe next time we leave that one because the Dragons did touch it last. They'll lob it inside again. And this time, Cadence Pierce gets the steal. Probably should have been a foul call. It wasn't, and Pierce is going to come back for a three. Yeah, Judd is not too pleased with that call. It should have been a foul. She completely bumped Jusak off her line, and that's got to be frustrating. But it is the call, and you have to deal with it. Jusak will come back and say, well, here you go. Here's a three right back for you. It is so impressive how much these teams are scoring. It is just non-stop between these two teams. The ball is tipped, stolen away by Vivian Lottie. Summer Thiemann, and it's blocked by Cadence Pierce. Cadence Pierce with a block. Thiemann tried to draw the foul. Couldn't quite get the foul drawn, but the Dragons will hold on to the basketball. They'll lob it in to Jusak. Top of the key three. No good, and that one probably should have been held on to. Aaliyah Robin can't quite pull in the rebound, and she'll knock it out of bounds, so it will stay with the Dragons. Jusak sought that one over a defender, but Amelia Arnold will check back in for Robin. And Robin, she's pretty upset with herself, and she shouldn't be. Those are tough. Those are some tough rebounds to hang on to. She can't be too upset with herself. Those last two that she touched that went out of bounds, those you can't really blame her. Those are two tough rebounds and just basketballs to hang on to. So you can't really blame her for those. Mallory Klepper left alone from the three-point line. It's no good, but Brooke Boland rips it away from the defender for the rebound. She can't quite get it. Jusak with another rebound, and then, wow, that is a boatload to hold on to. Boland got two, Jusak got two, is knocked out of bounds by Pierce on a block. Holy moly. I'm sorry, folks, I couldn't keep up with that one. It was just shot, rebound, shot, rebound, shot, rebound, rebound, shot, and that one's going to be knocked away. And going to get, was stolen by Addison Reed, but she traveled, which gives it back to the Dragons. My goodness. If you don't think this game has got a lot on the line, well, you do now. Jusak drives to the basket. Shot is no good. Plus, she was fouled, so she'll go to the line and shoot two. You're going to get that one on Lexi Nearing. Oh, I don't know about that. I thought that one was on Pierce, excuse me. As Jusak drops in the free throw. And checking into the game is Bethany Besser for Cadence Pierce, which is interesting because she didn't get the foul. So maybe she needs a rest. Or it looks like she might be going back to the trainer's table. Hopefully she's okay. You never want to see anybody injured, especially in a game like this. Hopefully she's all right. And Grace Hines drew the foul on Summer Thiemann. And Thiemann, I don't think deliberately meant to do that. I think it was more or less her feet got caught in Grace Hines' stride, which led to the foul. I really don't think that Thiemann meant to do that. Inbound here, and Arnold does bring it in. And that one's going to be knocked away, knocked around, stolen by Jusak. Up to Thiemann. Thiemann will slow it down and let the offense catch up. Thiemann, nice handles. And she's fouled. 5th team foul on Ogilvie. That one's going to go against Amelia Arnold. Their 5th. Lottie will inbound to Klepper now for the Dragons. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Klepper looks. She goes back to Jusak. Jusak trying to drive her way underneath. Puts up a lob towards the basket. It's no good. And rebounded there by Lexi Nearing. She'll back it out to Arnold. And that shot going to come up short. Brooke Bolin with the rebound. Bolin will slow things down, let the defense get out in front, and give her offense time to set up. She'll give it over to Klepper on the far side. Klepper pump fakes, goes inside to Lottie, and her shot is no good, but she was fouled, so she'll go to the line and shoot 2. They're going to get that one on Addison Reed, her 2nd. Team's 6th. First one by Lottie's no good. This one by Lottie no good as well. Klepper had that ball thrown off her face. Not on purpose, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't on purpose. It was the fact that the Ogilvie player was trying to get that one kept in bounds, and it just went off of Klepper. It was nothing malicious about it there. Ogilvie does have the ball back. Grace Hines gives it off now to Robin, Aaliyah Robin, and it's stolen away by Brooke Bolin. And Bolin not too pleased with that foul. It's going to be the 7th, and that should send Pine City to the line for a 1-and-1. It will. So Bolin got the steal, then she was fouled, and she looked back in some disgust. She was not too happy to be fouled. Grace Hines has to tie her shoelace. We don't want anybody getting hurt like that. Those laces are dangerous. Bolin on the 1-and-1. Drops in the first. And can't get the second one to fall. Cadence Pierce will get the rebound. Besser with it. Gives it off now to Nearing. Nearing to Hines for 3. Whew. I don't know what you do, honestly. I don't know. They've got 9 threes in this first half, ladies and gentlemen. I just counted up real quick. They got 9. Holy crap. We're going to get this foul on Grace Hines, though, as now that will send Jusak to the line for 2. I mean, my goodness, wow. 9 threes in one half. A lot of teams don't get that in a game. First shot is up and good from Jusak. I mean, holy crap. And that one's good as well. So Jusak hits them both to tie us at 32 with under 4 minutes to go. Grace Hines has it. She'll give it off now to Besser. Besser back to Hines. Hines trying to get around Thiemann. Gives off the spin move. Now goes to Robin. Robin's shot is up and no good. It's Jusak there for the rebound. And that pass blocked out of bounds by Grace Hines. Bolin will look back to head coach Judd for a word on what he wants them to do with this possession. Brace Orthodontics will leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Bolin gets the inbound. She'll look. She'll give it over to Jusak on the far side. Jusak now to Klepper. Klepper to Thiemann on the far side. Thiemann will put up a shot from 3 that's going to be well long and fall right into the breadbasket of Hines. And she's got Robin out front. Shot is no good. Bolin with the rebound. Robin got too far underneath the basket that time. And the pass, I think it was just too out in front for her. Kind of led her underneath. Klepper will get the pass here from, Lottie will get the pass from Klepper. Now to Bolin. Bolin back outside to Thiemann. That one leads Thiemann off her mark. She gives it to Jusak. Jusak for 3, just off the mark, and Grace Hines will pull up the rebound. And again, Pine City has been trying to hit those 3s, but they can't deliver right now, and Hines will come back the other way with a 2. Wow, she took a 2. It's not often we see Ogilvie take shots from inside the 3-point line in this game. And how is that not a foul? Oh, my goodness. Pierce got away with an absolute shove on the far side, which led to a turnover. My goodness. Yeah, that should have been a foul, and refs do not agree. So we move on as Ruby Byer has it, but it's stolen away by Summer Thiemann. She says, hey, that's all right. I'll get it back for us, guys. It's been a battle. Klepper left alone from 3. No good, and Hines with the rebound. She also has a fast break opportunity, and they will drop it in for 2 with the pass to Grace Hines. Beautiful feed from Grace Hines to Cadence Pierce for 2. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Embrace Orthodontics, your customized smile journey starts with free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey seamless and convenient as possible. Custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. I know I sound like the fine print on a commercial, but I want to read it fast so we don't miss anything as Bethany Besser for the Lions gets a steal, and this is where, for Pine City, this might be a little bit of trouble. Pine City's already taken 2 timeouts, so you really don't want to take one here. Oh, my good Lord. That's just an insane shot from Grace Hines. A step-back jumper away from the defender, over the defender. That was impressive. Bolin now over to Klepper. Klepper to Jusak. Jusak trying to call out the offense. She'll give it now to Thiemann. Thiemann going to drive inside. Shot is knocked away. That's out of bounds. It should be Pine City ball, and it definitely was. Pierce tried to keep it alive, but she was clearly on that baseline. Taylor Haney will check in for Summer Thiemann. 6-point deficit now for the Dragons. They trail 38-32 with 1 minute to go in the first half. Klepper will take a long 2. That looks like it was good, but it was not. Ball will get pushed back out to Boland for the rebound, and then we get a foul here on Ogilvie. This one's going to go against Lexi Nearing, her second, team's 9th. And I believe, I'm not sure if this is a shooting foul or a 1-and-1. But from the looks of it, it's a shooting foul, so it will be 2 for Brooke Boland. Oh, it pinballed about 4 bounces and would not fall through for Brooke Boland. So Boland, no good on the first. Good on the second, though. That'll be something they try to get better here at the half. Hines 3, no surprise. That's good. Yeah, Pine City just can't keep up right now. The threes are just falling for Ogilvie, and Pine City has no answer. I mean, none. Pine City would love to be able to hit the threes like Ogilvie is. They've tried, but they just can't quite hit it. And that's not that to say that Dragons don't have the shooters. They certainly have a bad pass. Stolen away, Grace Hines. That was a mistake. Oh, she... You're going to call that oh, my goodness. Okay, we're moving on. That's a foul, but the one against Klepper wasn't. Interesting. Boland with the foul, apparently, on Grace Hines. So Hines is at the line to shoot 2. We move on. Again, I'm not attacking the referee's character or personal. It's my opinion. I'm allowed an opinion, and I'm not attacking them at all. It's just the way that I see it. So again, if you think I am attacking the referees, that is not what I'm doing. I just want to make sure that everyone knows that. It's just how I see the game. And sometimes my inner fan comes out, and sometimes I blurt out like, come on. Again, I'm not attacking the referees at all. I would never do that. We don't get to play a game if the referees aren't here. So I understand their importance. Under 20 to go here in the first half. The Dragons down by 9. They did not face. In fact, in that first game, they were up, I think, 2 or 3 times by double digits. And, oh, my goodness, Hines with the steal. Shot is up, no good. Klepper with the rebound. Lottie. Oh! No good on that one. And the Lions up at halftime. It feels a lot more than 9. 42-33 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. If you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at EmbraceMN.com. Dragons have some work to do here at half. they know what they got to get done, and we'll see what they can do here at the half to fix some of the mistakes that they have and get some things to go their way. But Ogilvie leads by 9 here in this Great River Conference Championship game. They are not backing down here in enemy territory. They have a 9-point lead. We'll take a break here. Word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to Girls Great River Conference Championship basketball.
Wellia Health is here to keep you
WCMP.
feeling your best so you can enjoy all the things you love best. You can count on us for your eye exams, mental health services, rehabilitation, wellness exams, urgent care, and much more. At Wellia Health, our goal is to help you live life well. Let Wellia Health help you get back to your best. Give us a call today to set up an appointment. 320-679-1313. WelliaHealth.org.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
AOML. BRB. B4N.
Period 02.
BF.
143.
AAK.
1 a.m.
Apostrophe S apostrophe.
These are two teenage girls texting each other, and we have no idea what they're saying either. Maybe the WCMP deals guy can translate.
This week, grab $10 tickets to the Duluth Sports Show. Grilling seminars from Mad Dog and Merrill. Dexter the dog that learned to walk like a human, and more. Only $10.
No, I don't think that's what they were saying at all. But find these and other great deals at WCMPradio.com/deals. WCMPradio.com/deals. OMG, TTYL. Money sign, heart emoji.
Everyone knows there are great places to play in northwestern Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work? Burnett Dairy Cooperative is just outside of Grantsburg, Wisconsin, and offers numerous career options with a wide variety of responsibilities, schedules, and growth opportunities. Some positions may include CDL driver, cheese production, and seasonal workers. Burnett Dairy Cooperative has competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and many other great benefits. Be part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on Careers.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at EmbraceMN.com. That's EmbraceMN.com.
This can be the loneliest sound, and it's never the right time. Car in the ditch, you standing by the side of the road. Thank goodness Hinckley Towing is on the way. 24-hour service, experienced drivers, and state-of-the-art trucks. Put their number in your phone before you need it. Hinckley Towing, 320-385-4049. 320-385-4049.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com. Taking a look at the halftime stats, starting with the Ogilvie Lions leading the way for them. No surprise, it was Grace Hines with 28 points. Caden Spears had 11, and then 3 for Amelia Arnold. Leading the way rebound-wise with 7 was Pierce, 5 for Lexi Nearing, and 4 for Grace Hines. They were 1 for 4 from the free throw line. They had 9 steals in that first half, 3 blocks, and 9 fouls. For the Dragons, leading the way was Carly Jusak with 28, 2 for Brooke Boland and Mallory Klepper, and 1 for Summer Thiemann. She added a free throw. They were 8 of 16 from the free throw line, 50%. They'd like to see that get a little bit better. They had 6 steals in that first half, 4 blocks, and 6 team fouls. So, again, a lot to look at here in this first half. A ton of action, a ton of scoring between these two teams, as we kind of expected here in this game. So really not surprised to see these two teams score as many points as they did in the first half. Again, the first game that they played, Ogilvie won 82-80. So we're about at that pace right now with this halftime score where the Ogilvie Lions lead 42-33 over the Pine City Dragons in this girls Great River Conference Championship game. Taking a look at it was a really impressive first half there for the Ogilvie Lions. Again, they had 9 out, 3-point shots at one point. They still had 9, okay. So 9 3-point shots in that first half, 9 of them. I mean, they only had 5 other baskets other than free throws that turned into points. So they had, 1 free throw. And then 9 3 points and 5 2-point buckets. So just an incredible first half there for the Ogilvie Lions. And again, they continue to hold on to this lead that they currently have over Pine City at half. Pine City, they did a really good job working it into Carly Jusak. She was getting great separation inside, something they weren't really able to do in that first game. Carly Jusak more had to shoot from outside and then work her way in, but she's done a good job getting that ball. They've done a good job getting that ball inside, but it's been the turnovers that for Pine City that have really been a thorn in their side here in this first half. For Ogilvie, they've just played a clean first half. Other than the 9 team fouls, they played a really clean first half. They turned the Dragons over a bunch. They got a bunch of steals, and when they shot the ball, there was no question it was going in. It was like, well, here's the shot, it's in. Didn't even have to second guess it. So for the Dragons, that'll be something they look at here in the second half. We'll take one more commercial break to hear a word from our fine sponsors. Then when we come back, we'll talk some keys to the second half. You're listening to Girls Great River Conference Championship Basketball on WCMP.
B4N.
Period 02.
BF.
143.
AAK.
1 a.m.
Apostrophe S apostrophe.
These are 2 teenage girls texting each other, and we have no idea what they're saying either. Maybe the WCMP Deals guy can translate.
This week, grab $10 tickets to the Duluth Sports Show. Fishing seminars, hundreds of exhibitors. You can even get your deer scored. All for only $10.
No, I don't think that's what they were saying at all. But find these and other great deals at WCMPradio.com/deals. WCMPradio.com/deals. OMG, TTYL, money sign, heart emoji.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, the site for tonight's Great River Conference Championship game between the Lions of Ogilvie and the Pine City Dragons. Looking at the keys to the second half, I think for Pine City, I noticed they started to kind of force shots there late in the first half because they wanted to try and get back real quickly, and that's what led to them going and I think rushing things a little bit. They were on their heels what seemed like a great portion of that first half because Ogilvie, every time they had a possession, it seemed like they were scoring. Obviously not every possession, but it was darn near almost every possession. I'd say 85 to 90% of their possessions in that first half were met with points. So for Pine City, I think one of the things is you're going to have to stop playing on your heels. You got to realize you're not going to get 9 points in one shot. You got to come back, work at it, one shot at a time. Run your offense, settle down, settle in, relax a little bit, and play with confidence. We noticed with Pine City this season, when they start to rush things, when they start to lose that confidence, they start to make those mental mistakes, and they start to kind of snowball. But one of the key things that we'll look for in this second half, Pine City's been a second half team this year. They have really turned it around in the second half. So hopefully that's the case here in this one for the Pine City Dragons. Offensively, I don't really see much else that they can do except for, taking time on their shots, not just rushing them, not just throwing it up because they feel the pressure. They've got to slow down, look at the basket, and take those shots instead of rushing them, I think, here in this second half. For the Lions, I really don't see much you need to change. Offensively, don't change anything. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So offensively, Ogilvie needs to change nothing, not a thing on offense. Defensively, you're going to have to start to probably zone defend Jusak, and you're probably going to have to put 3 around her because she controlled in the paint in that first half. Scoring, rebounds, whatever it was, she controlled the paint in that first half. So you're going to have to put some girls around her, extra girls around her, especially on offense when they're trying to lob that ball inside to her. You're going to have to put some extra around her. They're doing a good job, though, Ogilvie is rebounding the ball. They're doing a really good job rebounding the ball here this evening, are the Lions. It's been pretty close. I think rebounds are pretty even here total in this the first half. We'll see how it turns out in the second half. Over in some other games on KBEK girls basketball, Cambridge Isani leads North Branch Vikings 35-29. Over on 100.9 FM, the Eagles of East Central lead Rush City in that boys basketball game 60-31. 18 minutes are back up on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, the team over there, believes the results of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifelong retention program. Pine City will start with it here in the second half. Lottie on that far side will inbound. She'll get it to Boland. Boland over to Thiemann. Thiemann now over to Klepper. Klepper to Jusak for three. That's good. And there you go. That's a good shot. Just keep your offense rolling. 42-36. But the one thing that we've seen from Ogilvie, they're probably going to come back and answer with a three of their own. That's just how well they've played tonight. Pierce has been physical here tonight. We got a steal here from Jusak. And Thiemann on the fast break gets fouled by Addison Reed. She'll go to the line to shoot two. That's Reed's third. So again, Thiemann at the line for two. But again, they were only 50% from the free throw line in that first half, something they hope to see improve in half number two. She got the friendly bounce off the front of the rim, did Summer Thiemann. And Thiemann gets that one to ring around and drops them both in. So 42-38, Ogilvie still with the lead. And here comes Hines. Nice spin move off the front of the rim. She gets her own rebound. And that's what Pine City needs to do a better job with, is they just have had a problem with getting those rebounds. This one's still up for grabs. It's Nearing who grabs the rebound. Wow. They're going to get Brooke Boland for her third. Not ideal. Not even a minute into the second half, she picks up her third, and she's a very good defender. And now there was a conversation, not sure what about, but then we're back to play. Arnold will inbound here to Hines. Hines trying to get around Thiemann. Thiemann, a very good defender. She's really improved. Hines gets around her, though, and the three is there. Grace Hines, yet another three. And again, if you give her any sort of inch of space, she's going to drop it in for three. Jusak, that one felt a little rushed on that shot. She misses. Amelia Arnold is right there for the easy rebound. Hines loses it. Excuse me, that was Cadence Pierce who lost it. Boland will pick it up for the steal. Jusak for three, and that's good. And it almost feels like that's what Pine City has to do. Jusak knocks it out of bounds. And Jusak can't believe the call. I don't have a good enough angle to see what happened. But Jusak believes she bounced that one off of the Ogilvie player out of bounds and thought it should be Pine City ball. Not the case. But then the inbound here to Cadence Pierce is just over her head, and it will go back to Pine City. This might get chippy here. Yeah. Pierce was getting a little chippy, as were some of the Dragon players, so hopefully it stays a clean game. You don't ever want to see things get out of hand like that. It's good to have games where it's competitive, but you don't ever want to see it get out of hand. Jusak missed her shot, was able to get the rebound, and dropped it in for two off of the missed reverse layup. So 45-43. 10-2 run to begin the second half for Pine City. But again, they were quite often in that first half, they were only down by two, and it still felt like it was a lot more than two for Pine City, just because, again, how quickly Ogilvie went up the court and just shot from anywhere and made it. Right now, Hines is on absolute fire from long range. Pierce also on fire from long range. So for Pine City, they've got to make sure they aren't allowing those two any sort of space, even a breath of space from outside, because they are just nailing these shots. But give credit to the Lions, man. They are doing such a good job shooting the ball here tonight. Again, I would like to see the percentages of which they're shooting at, because it's well over the 40-50%. That is the norm. It's probably close to 60, maybe even better. I mean, it has been, no exaggeration, ladies and gentlemen, it has been that impressive. Full court press from the Dragons turns into a steal from Mallory Klepper. She'll bounce past it over to Thiemann. Thiemann will have to wait for the offense to catch back up, and it's going to be stolen away by Grace Hines, and this will be a 2. And that's what we kind of seen there in the first half. Even when Pine City would get a turnover, something like that, they just couldn't capitalize on it, and they'll have to make sure to take care of the ball a little bit better here in the second half. Thiemann was fouled, and she'll shoot 3. That one goes on Amelia Arnold, her third. Team's second of the half, and Summer Thiemann at the line for 3 free throws. And can't get the friendly bounce on that one off the front of the rim. And Thiemann drops that one in. Everyone was anxious for that rebound. Everyone got off the starting blocks there. Thiemann. So it gets the last 2 to drop. So 2 of 3 on that trip. 47-45. Ogilvie still with the lead. And again, these 2 points feel like a lot more just because of the way Ogilvie has been shooting the ball. There you go. That's why. Grace Hines. Yet another shot that makes it. I mean, I haven't seen a shooting performance like this ever. This is, I mean, it's almost, the way she's shooting it feels like it's cheating. That's how good she's shooting the ball right now. Cadence Pierce, that's a tough pass, and maybe a little bit of an ill-advised pass just because of how far it was and the position Pierce was in. And just like that, Ogilvie's back up to a 6-point lead. Ooh, and a timeout had to be called there by Pine City. Not what they wanted to do. They're going to only be left with 2 with 14:44 left to go in this game. They trail by 6, and again, they get it down to 2 and just can't seem to close that gap right now. They had it at 2 plenty of times in that first half, but just couldn't quite seem to close the gap. And Ogilvie, again, it helps when you've got a cheat code in Grace Hines who can shoot the ball from quite literally anywhere. Patrick Judd trying to get his team to settle down, settle in, and get their confidence back up. It just kind of feels like they haven't really settled into this game yet. It feels like they're still just pressing a little too much, just trying to force things a little bit. If they can settle in a little bit and relax and get that confidence back, this game is going to be back and forth, much like it has been, but it's going to be a lot closer. And you're saying to yourself, I feel like I'm already exhausted. I feel like I'm out of breath. Well, same. And it has been that close, but it'll be even closer if Pine City's able to do that. Jusak will bounce past it. Inbounds to Lottie. And Jusak will move it forward. And she'll drop it in for 2. Awkward angle, but still got it to drop in. 51-47. Pierce has it on the far side. She nearly lost it. Lottie was there. And Lottie's going to get the foul. Lottie her second. So Ogilvie will inbound off of the latest foul by Pine City. They've got Pierce double teamed. They'll get it inbounded to Robin. Her shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Thiemann. Thiemann will slow things down on the far side. She'll give it over now to Klepper. Klepper goes to Jusak, now to Thiemann. Thiemann gives it back over to Jusak, now to Boland. Boland looking, going inside to Lottie. It's going to go out of bounds and stay with Pine City. Leah Robin, that one, she thought that one was coming right to her, but it was tipped by a Dragon on the way to Aaliyah Robin, so Robin had to kind of adjust. And again, that one, you can't blame her on that one. That one was tipped. Aaliyah Robin, a junior for this Ogilvie squad. Lottie has it, and she tried to give it to Jusak, and Jusak couldn't bring it in cleanly. Besser now with the steal. That shot is up, no good, off the front of the rim. Klepper with the rebound. And Vivian Lottie will get the pass in front, and she'll give it off now to Thiemann, and Jusak has it. Drops it in, the basket's good, plus the and one. They call 34. Not. I think they got 34. Bethany Besser, they did. And Jusak drops that one in for the 3-point play. So 51-50, and here comes Grace Hines. Not only is she a good shooter, but she has some wheels. Gives it inside to Cadence Pierce, who drops it in for 2. Brooke Bolin has it. She'll lob it into Jusak. Somehow pulls it down. Can't get the shot to fall. And again can't get the shot to fall. Besser with the rebound. And Jusak's probably super frustrated with herself there on that one. That's a 2. That's a 2. Her foot was on the line. Her foot was on the line. Her foot was on the line and they didn't see it. So that should have been 2. Oof. Well, it's unfortunate. The ball will go out of bounds. They're going to say tip by Pine City. I don't know about that one. Hines has it. She looks. She'll go back to Pierce. And for Pine City, they got to realize those are the only two that are really going to see the ball a ton. They're going to get Lottie. Apparently on the foul. Inbound here to Bethany Besser. She'll hand it off to Hines. And Hines gets, she's going to draw. Oh, wow. Thiemann draws the foul on Hines. And Thiemann, she falls hard. But she took the charge. So Grace Hines picks up her second on the charge. Thiemann will get a rest after she fell pretty hard to the floor there on that charge she took. Bolin will bring it up the court. And for Pine City, you'd like to see some production out of the other players. Of course, Jusak is going to be the player who is going to probably have to have the most points in this one. And I'm not saying that because other players can't. It's just, it feels like she's going to have to be that playmaker tonight. That shot from 3, no good. A rare miss from Grace Hines from 3. No, some iffy calls here on the Dragons. And it's not biased by any means. It's just, that's the way it's gone. (56-52). Travel call was on Mallory Klepper. And Lottie gets the steal. And Thiemann, fast break. Shot up and in for 2. Great job by Thiemann to recognize that Pierce was right there. She held on to it just for a second. Hines lost it. She does get it to Besser. Now she'll get it back from Besser. Gives it off to Pierce. Pierce gets the screen, but gives it to Hines. Hines goes to Nearing, back to Hines, and that's going to be in. Oh, wow, a miss, a rare one. Again, not a lot of misses here from Ogilvie tonight. Vivian Lottie will give it to Klepper, inside Jusak, in for 2, and that will tie it at 56. But again, if you're Pine City, you can't relax. Timeout called here by Ogilvie. My goodness, if you're a fan, you have tuned into a good one. This is fun. This is fun to watch. These two teams are just going at it. This is like two heavyweights in boxing. They're just throwing haymakers. Full timeout call by Ogilvie.
Introducing the Red Runner 2017 Deluxe Firewood Processor. This Canadian-assembled, all-in-one, towable firewood solutions capable of producing 3 face cords per hour. The Red Runner comes equipped with a powerful 18-inch Oregon chainsaw bar, 10-foot-long adjustable conveyor, 2, 4, or even 6-way adjustable splitter head. Fits logs up to 12 feet long and 16 inches in diameter. This high-performance personal firewood processor is powered by a Honda GX390 industrial engine, found only at Stan's Equipment Center in Pine City.
What a game it has been up to this point. It is probably a good thing this one's on a Friday for both these teams. Both these teams are going to need a weekends of rest just to recover from this one game. I mean, Pine City's, this is their third game of the week, by the way. So they have not had a rest. They had Wednesday and Thursday, but even then they were preparing for Ogilvie. So there has been no rest for Pine City. Ogilvie comes in this one a little bit more rest, and I can't even say that they've rested because they've been preparing for Pine City ever since Monday. So it has just been so fun to watch these two teams here. Obviously, everything on the line. The Great River Conference Championship. Pine City's held on to it for years. Ogilvie hasn't won it since 2001. This is, wow. This is it's so fun to watch. Cadence Pierce has it, and she'll give it into Nearing. Nearing will take the 2, and it's no good. Mallory Klepper will pull in the rebound for the Dragons. She stops, gives it up to Jusak. Jusak found a little bit of a lane, but she turns it back to Klepper. Klepper to Lottie. Lottie left alone from 3, off the mark. Klepper with the rebound. No good on that one. It's Jusak who gets the rebound off that missed shot, and she'll go line and shoot 2. Well, now Pine City's starting to get some rebounds. That's good. Bethany Besser got her second foul. And a little too, took off a little too much off that one to Jusak. You kind of see it on the release. She just let it go a little bit light. That one's through. And she kind of knew her mistake. She corrected it right there. I'm running out of room for points to keep track for her. Grace Hines has it. And that's going to be we're going to call a foul there on Klepper. And she's like, really? And both these teams got to be careful. We still have over 10 minutes to go. 10 and a half, actually. And the fouls are at 5 and 4. 5 for Ogilvie, 4 for Pine City. So both these teams are going to have to be careful. Inbound goes to Besser. Obviously, she's going to try and find Hines or Pierce. She does find Hines. No! That was all ball, and they're going to get a foul there on the Dragons. That was all ball. You could hear the ball from up here. They're going to get that one on Klepper. Her third, and that will send Hines to the line for 2. Yeah. That was a miss on that call. Hines is good. Really no surprise that she made that one. Grace Hines also having a night. And she drops them both in. Again, really no surprise when she makes a basket. They have been, just great all night. Thiemann has it on the pass from Lottie. Lottie got it from Jusak, and it's back to Lottie now. To Boland, inside, and foul there on Ogilvie. We're going to get Cadence Pierce, her second. Daryl Addix doesn't quite agree, but yeah, that was a pretty clear foul. The fake give from Jusak, and Jusak turns around, looks at her bench, says, "Did you see that?" 60-58, Pine City with the lead. We're in for a scoring frenzy here tonight. Grace Hines, and she's fouled. And that one's on Jusak with her second. Team 6th. So 2 for Grace Hines, and it's 60-58 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. 3 locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, Cambridge. Their doctors are also committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Find out more at EmbraceMN.com. Hines, good on the first. Again, no surprise. In fact, it's more of a surprise when she misses. And I don't even think that statement is a surprise just because of how well she shot tonight. I think when she misses, people are like, hey, hold on, no, that you said that wrong. So we're tied at 60 apiece. We still got 10 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. We might see 2 100-point games, or 2 100-point scores. Bolin gets the pass from Thiemann, and Bolin with the big 3 there. She hasn't shot a lot tonight, but when she got that pass, she delivered. A 3 here from Arnold's going to come up short. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Lions. So we'll go back to the Dragons. Arnold just off on that 3. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of a full court press here from the Lions. They're going to try and disturb any of the momentum that the Dragons have. Thiemann got it, and she lost it. She gets it back. She'll give it up now to Klepper. Klepper over to Jusak. Oh, Jusak tried to keep it away from Hines. It's going to be stolen away by Pierce. Going to get Klepper on the foul, her 4th. Klepper's going to have to take a rest for a little bit. And now Pierce at the line for a 1-and-1, so Haney will check in for Klepper. Klepper pretty upset there on that one. But you're getting that encouraging word from head coach Judd, and it's Pierce at the line for 2. Well, 1-and-1, but she's been so good shooting tonight that it's no surprise that she hit the first. And both of them are good. So 63-62, Bolin gets the inbound from Jusak. Jusak will get it back from Bolin. Thiemann has it, looking, giving it back to Lottie on the far side. Lottie, lob pass over to Bolin, now to Haney. Haney looking. She'll dribble to the top of the key. Turn back, give it to Jusak. Jusak will give it over to Bolin. Bolin left alone from 3. That's going to come up short. And Jusak tried to keep it alive for the Dragons, but it'll go out of bounds. Racing after it was Vivian Lottie. One-point game here. We're not even to the halfway mark. Arnold left alone from 3. That's going to be no good. And Jusak, that's a massive rebound for the Dragons. Bolin will bring it up the court on the near side, under that halfway mark now in the second half. Haney will give it over to Jusak, now to Lottie. Lottie over to Thiemann. Thiemann thought about the 3, and she'll pull it down, give it to Lottie. Now to Boland. Bolin now to Jusak. They're going to take their time on this one. Shot is blocked. Lottie takes it, throws it at the backboard. No good. Arnold with the rebound. Hines, shot no good. Knocked out of bounds by Taylor Haney. Nice job there by Summer Thiemann not to draw the foul, and then also by Taylor Haney to knock that rebound out of bounds. But again, a situation where Lottie just couldn't get that shot to fall, and lobbing it to Hines. Oh, that was a long 3. She pulls it down, steps up. 3 is good. Again, no surprise she hit that one. 65-63. Ogilvie back with the lead. Jusak double team, gives it over to Lottie. Lottie now inside to Jusak, and it's knocked out, but Pierce is going to get called for the foul. Jusak at the line for 2. And that one's good. And now both teams have 7 team fouls on the evening, or in the second half. And Jusak can't get the second one to fall. Lottie's going to pick up the rebound, though. Huge, huge, huge by Vivian Lottie. Pass now to Jusak. Jusak looks, gives it to Thiemann. Thiemann fakes. Jusak 3, good. 67-65. My, oh my. What a game. And Ogilvie fans want a foul. There wasn't really one to be had there. Jusak with the rebound. Boland stands top of the key. Looks for the offense to get set up. Gives it to Lottie now. Lottie drifts. Gives it off near side to Haney. Haney looking. She's bothered by Bethany Besser. She'll give it over to Boland. Boland now to Lottie. Lottie goes back over to Thiemann. Thiemann a long three. Just off the mark. Lottie there for the rebound. Boland top of the key. No good. Jusak trying to pull in the rebound. It somehow gets to Lottie. But then that one swatted out to Grace Hines. She drops it in for two. Jusak tried to swat that one out to one of her players. Nobody was home. And Grace Hines was just set up in a great spot. Pushing it up the court. The Dragons we're tied at 67 here. 6.5 minutes to go. I'm gonna have a heart attack here. Taylor Haney could not bring that one in clean. And that might be the mistake that might shift this one in one direction. Mallory Klepper checks back in. She's got 4 fouls, so we'll see how they decide to play her on defense. Both these teams have, just really played physical defense here tonight. So we'll see how they now combat the 5 fouls for Klepper. Thiemann trying to guard Hines. She gets a spin move. Now she'll give it over to Byer. Inside to Hines. It's stolen away by Vivian Lottie. She'll give it to Jusak, and Jusak nearly had it stolen away. She'll give it up to Klepper. To Thiemann on the far side. 3. It's going to be no good. Vivian Lottie right there for the rebound. He's picked up a ton. Oh, my goodness. They say that one was... Oh, okay. So the ball will go back to the Lions. They said it was out on Pine City. They say Lottie's foot was on the sideline. But I thought if hers was, then Hines probably was. But it was close, so Lions get it back. Pierce has it on the far side. She's looking for Hines. She drives inside, finds that lane, and drops it in for 2. 69-67. Back and forth we go. Boland lobs it over to Jusak. Jusak looking to drive inside. Shot is up and good. Plus the and one. We're going to get that one on Aaliyah Robin. So Jusak at the line for the possible 3-point play. Jusak is good. And Summer Thiemann, it's this foul called on her. And it'll be a 1-1 for Grace Hines. And yeah, this is the spot where it's going to be really, really touchy because both teams now nearing that double bonus. So it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do because any foul sends the other team to the line as Hines is good on the first. Tied at 70. .5:33 to go. Good on both is Hines. Boland in some trouble. She'll give it up to Klepper. Klepper, watch out from behind. She does. Thiemann on the far side. Trying to go inside to Jusak, and it's stolen away by Hines. This is what you can't have if you're Pine City. These are the things that tend to snowball. Oh, that pass! Bad pass by Cadence Pierce. It's stolen away by Thiemann. And then Jusak will drop it in for 2. But quickly, here come the Lions again. They're not wasting any time. They're saying, well, we need to score again. Oh, Thiemann cannot do that. That seemed more like a frustration foul on Thiemann, and she has got to settle down on that one. That one was bad. She's lucky that one wasn't maybe even called a tech because she got a hard slap on Hines. That one was close. That one looked like that one had some emotion behind it. Hines is no good. She gets her own rebound anyway and drops it in for 2, plus the and 1. My goodness, Pine City has got to find a way to box out on defense and find some more rebounds. They're going to get that one apparently on Jusak. So Hines now with the possible 3-point play. And it's in. So 74-72. Lions with the lead. Lottie inside to Klepper. Back now to Lottie. Top the key to Boland. Boland inside to Jusak. Boland got that one to fall in. Or excuse me, Jusak. Tied at 74. This ball stolen away by Jusak. Stolen right back by Hines. Yeah, they just can't get anything to go their way. Leah Robin for 3. Oof. Ta is how you say it here in Minnesota. That's what you can't have for Pine City. You get a steal and then they don't turn it into points, and that's what you can't have. And now Boland is fouled. Leah Robin pretty frustrated there. She's called for the foul. I think she was frustrated with one of her teammates because maybe not set up in the right spot. So it's Boland at the line for 2. First one is up, no good. Good Lord, you could hear a pin drop. This place got quiet. (77-74), 4:12 to go. That one's no good as well. That's out of bounds off of Ogilvie, and it will stay with the Dragons off the missed shot by Boland. Three-point deficit for the Dragons, 77-74, and this is the spot of the game where a three-point deficit, really makes a difference. That one's no good. Klepper can't get it to fall, but Jusak will. Still down by 1, though. This ball up the court to Byer. Near side corner for Robin, and stolen away by Thiemann, and she'll draw. Oh! My goodness, they're going to call a travel on Thiemann, but she was clearly fouled. Oh, my. Thiemann got the steal, then she was called for a travel, but she was held. She was held by Hines. That has to be a foul. Hines' jumper is good. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to be mean to the refs or anything. Klepper cannot hold on to it, and now all of a sudden you start to see things kind of fall for the Dragons. Brace Orthodontics scoreboard shows the Dragons trailing by 3 to the Lions. Brace Orthodontics will leave you with the smile you embrace forever. Yeah, that was a missed call. Hines is just going to pull up from 3, missed, and Mallory Klepper will get the rebound. I don't know what Hines was trying to do there. She rushed that one for sure. I think she needed to pull that one down and find someone else to give that one off to and try and get that shot to fall. This one blocked by Pierce, and then Jusak thought that one was out on Ogilvie, and it was not. It wasn't, and that's where you need your teammates and the communication from the bench to say, hey, that's not out, that you got to grab it. Timeout called here by Pine City, and I think it looks like a full. So while they take timeout, let's take a time to catch
Dale's
our
Heating
breath.
and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Hey, you looking for a reliable propane supplier? Look no further than Burnett Dairy Propane. Proud to serve you, providing top-notch propane services all year round, offering convenient delivery options and flexible payment plans that suit your schedule and budget. Trust the experts in the field, Burnett Dairy Propane. Call them today at 715-689-1032 or visit them online at burnettdairy.com. Burnett Dairy Propane, your dependable propane partner.
Well, here we go. The final 3 minutes of this one. And the Dragons right now, they just seem tense. They don't seem to have a rhythm right now. They need to find something, get going their way. So Ogilvie will get it inbounded here to Hines. No surprise who's going to hold on to it. Hines will get it forward to Pierce. Pierce tiptoes on the sideline. Oh my goodness, an NBA three, and that's going to be well short. Oh, and Bolin got the rebound. She fell. It'll be taken back by Hines on the steal, and then she drops it in for 2 plus the end one. Things starting to snowball now. I think they got, I believe that was Jusak, and that's her fourth. So Hines at the line for the possible three-point play. Dragons now down by 5. That one's good. Well, here we go. This is getting down to crunch time. Pine City's going to have it from here on out. Jusak gives it back, or gets it back from Bolin. Now out to Klepper, to Lottie. Over to Thiemann. Thiemann trying to get around the defender. To Lottie, and you can't have that. Oh, my heavens. Oh, and eight-point deficit now for Pine City, and the way that Ogilvie's been shooting, I don't know if Pine City will be able to get back just because Ogilvie's hitting everything. That pass tipped. Thiemann pulls it back down. Shot is up, and somehow it falls in. 84-78. But again, Ogilvie is just hitting everything, so you have to have a stop here on defense. Jusak, she can't have another foul. Grace Hines from 3 pulls it down. They're just going to waste time. Yeah, and Ogilvie, this is just where they're going to waste time now. Timeout here by Ogilvie. Full timeout. We'll take a commercial break. You're listening to
The
Girls
saga
Basketball
continues.
WCB.
We now know with certainty that Kidney Stone will return for Season 5, Part 2, its final episodes, in November 2024. The same love story.
No one messes with my girl.
Oh, Bib, I love you.
Trying to save the ranch.
It's got the best pull shed in Kanabec County.
And of course,
This week, get a $25 gift card to Doc Sports Bar and Grill in Sturgeon Lake. Almost half off. Or you're going to the train station.
Let's take him to the train station.
WCMPradio.com/deals. WCMPradio.com/deals. Save now, but wait to watch what used to be your favorite show and everybody was talking about it, and now it's kind of lost its momentum.
Well, it's getting down. This last, I think it's under 2 now. Pine City, I mean, basically from here on out, it's going to have all threes. Timeout not quite over. Ogilvie is back out there, but timeout is not over yet. Ogilvie just needed a 30-second, but they wanted to use the full minute. Pine City, here we go. You've got 2 players tonight in 60 points. Jusak and Hines, 62 and 61 respectively. Inbounds here to Pierce. She'll get it off to Besser, who misses. Rebounded by Jusak. Up the court to Thiemann. Thiemann's going to charge, yep. Yeah, that was not a smart play. Thiemann got the charge, and I think Addison Reed hit her head on the court. Addison Reed will go to the bench area and be evaluated. Hopefully she's okay. Again, never ever want to see anybody hurt. But Ogilvie does get the ball back, and they'll lob it down to Bethany Besser. And Ogilvie really just has to dribble the rest of this clock out. That's what they'll do. And now, unfortunately, Pine City has to foul. And for Pine City, not going to say it spells an end, but the way it's been going, and Ogilvie's been hitting everything, it almost feels like that. So Pierce at the line now for 2. First one's up and no good. Cadence Pierce. He's had a good night tonight, but Grace Hines has led the way with 61 points. Hines will drop in the second one. Or Pierce, excuse me. So 7-point deficit. Pine City down by 3 possessions. Thiemann for 3. I mean, this has to be all threes. Jusak gets the rebound. She's fouled to the line to shoot 2. She got the rebound. 1:09 left, and Jusak at the line for 2 again. Comes up and good. 1:09 left. They're now down by 6. And unfortunately, Klepper fouls out. Second shot did not fall for Jusak, and now it's 2 for Lexi Nearing. First one's good. Second one is no good. Dragons get the rebound. It's rebounded by Lottie. Boland to Haney. Lottie for 3. It's good. Believe it or not, those are her first points of the game. 4-point deficit, and timeout called here by Pine City. Oh, no, excuse me, a foul on Vivian Lottie. Her 4th. Oh, boy. A lot of Dragons have 4. Thiemann, Boland, Jusak, and Lottie. Those are 4 of your 5 starters, and unfortunately Klepper went out with her 5th. Now Hines at the line for 2. And misses the first one. Still a 4-point game. 54 seconds left. And on that Brace Orthodontics scoreboard, they'll leave you with Smile and Brace forever. Your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. Team at Brace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom life force braces or Invisalign clear liners. Hines hits 1 of 2 there, and Jusak brings it up the court for the Dragons. They are down by 5. Over to Thiemann. Thiemann for 3. That's off the mark. And Lottie will get the rebound. Lottie for 3. That's off the mark. And Thiemann tried to save it. Could not quite do it. Gray will check in for Boland, 87-82. Leah Robin quickly checks in for Amelia Arnold. It's been a fun one. Dragons have to foul here. Dropped in for 2 from Bethany Besser, and that will not quite do it, but we'll have to see a 3 here. No good. That will do it. That is it. And Ogilvie has won the Great River Conference for the first time since 2001, taking down what has been a powerhouse in Pine City. And that is it, 89-82, and the Lions win the Great River Conference title for the first time since 2001. Heartbreaker for the Dragons. Absolutely heartbreaking. I mean, utter jubilation for the Lions, though. What a year it has been for the Lions. My goodness. Well, that'll be it here. We'll take a commercial break, and then we'll be back.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Aw, man. Hinckley Collision.
Hell no. My new car?
Hinckley Collision is the right decision. Fender benders, major accident damage, or hail damage. Hinckley Collision is the right decision. With 24/7 towing and fast, friendly, professional service, their collision department will get you back on the road in no time. With decades of experience dealing with insurance carriers, make the call today. 320-384-7002. 320-384-7002.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Most days, I don't know what to do with myself.
I try to be the strong one for my buddies, but I don't know if I'm going to make it through the week.
He has night terrors about it.
The lack of fresh powder for snowmobile season can be devastating, but taking your mind off the subject can help.
This week, get a Whitney's Country Cafe $15 certificate for only $7.50. Wow, that's half off.
Visit WCMPradio.com/deals to help take your mind away from just pinning it or hitting your favorite curve before the ditch. WCMPradio.com/deals. Hang in there, buddy. Hockey practice, running a business, heck, just enjoying your life. You've got better things to do. Let Jeff's Outdoor Services handle your lawn care and landscaping. Your home, your cabin, your business, they got you covered. They've been doing it since 1995, and they're good at it. Call today. Jeff's Outdoor Services. You do your thing, and they'll do theirs.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Heartbreak for one, jubilation on the other side for Ogilvie, who has won the Great River Conference for the first time since 2001. It has been a long time for Ogilvie, but they win the conference for the first time in 23 years. What a game it was by the Lions. As we take a look at their stat leaders, of course, leading the way was Grace Hines with 62 points. It was an incredible performance by her. Then 18 from Cadence Pierce, and 3 for both Amelia Arnold, Aaliyah Robin, 2 for Bethany Besser, and 1 for Lexi Nearing. 7 rebounds each for Hines and Pierce, 6 for Nearing. They went 13 of 17 from the free throw line here in the second half, 14 of 21 overall. They had 9 steals in the first, 8 in the second for 17 total, 3 blocks in the first, 1 in the second for 4, and 9 fouls in each half for 18. For the Pine City Dragons, they were led in scoring by Carly Jusak with 63 points, and then 9 for Summer Thiemann, 5 for Brooke Boland, 3 for Vivian Lottie, and 2 for Mallory Klepper. 18 rebounds for Jusak, 11 for Lottie, 8 for Boland, and 6 for Mallory Klepper. They were 9 of 15 from the free throw line here in the second half, 17 of 31 total, just over that halfway mark. They had 14 steals total, 6 in the first, 8 in the second, 4 blocks, all in the first half, and they had 21 team fouls, 6 in the first, and 15 coming in the second half. So a bitter end to the conference season for Pine City, but a absolutely incredible season for the Ogilvie Lions just continues as they get yet another win, and that pushes them to 19 on the season, 19-3, plus they go home tonight and get to celebrate this weekend with the Great River Conference crown. And they will now get that banner up in their gym. So a great effort here by both sides. But the Ogilvie Lions come out on top as the victors here in this one, scoring 89 points to the Dragons' 82. It was a fun one here in this game. Unfortunately for Pine City, it ends with them taking their second conference loss of the season, the second to Ogilvie. Ogilvie walks away with the conference championship. So I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Thanks so much. I want to appreciate that. Appreciate all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast. Couldn't do it without them. And, of course, I want to make sure to remind you to stay tuned to our websites at WCMPradio.com and KBEK.com for all things local sports. Plus on the morning shows over on 95.5 FM KBEK with Rockin' Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. Then over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. That's when you can catch your local sports updates. We'll talk this game, all the other games going on in our local listening area, plus regional and some national sports as well. Along with our websites, don't forget to stay tuned to our social media at WCMP Radio, Facebook, and KBEK Facebook, plus our Twitter at WCMP Radio. That's where you can catch all things local sports. We'll get game recaps from the games that we were at, breaking news, LOI signings, broken records, schedule changes, cancellations, everything that has to do with local sports we will have right here on our social pages, Facebook. I think we do even have an Instagram as well as our Twitter at WCMP Radio. Of course, this one was a fun one here. The Ogilvie Lions come out on top and have that conference crown now. And you can bet when these two teams meet up next year, whoo, boy, is there going to be some, there is going to be a lot going into those two games next year. Of course, these two teams will look pretty different next year. Pine City will lose 3 seniors. Ogilvie will lose a good chunk of their seniors as well. So although these two teams will look different next year, you can bet this game, specifically next year, is going to be incredible to watch. So Ogilvie gets the victory, finishes the conference season with 1 loss to Bram, and they come away with the Great River Conference crown and are now 19-3. For Pine City, it's now 16-6 where their record stands on the season. And they will get back to action here next week. You know, for Pine City, it's a tough loss, and it's gonna hurt their standings a little bit. But kind of the nice thing for them is they will get back to action right away next week on Monday when they get to host Foley, and then their last 3 games are not going to be easy because then they play Malacca, Proctor, and Royalton. And to give you a look at those teams, Malacca, Proctor, and Royalton, 2 of them play in 6AA. Royalton and Malacca both play in 6AA. Royalton 13-8, Malacca 9-11. And then, of course, as I mentioned, they will play Proctor on the road, who's a very good team, 17-5. They're 3rd right now in Section 7AA. So that is what they got coming up for Ogilvie. They get to enjoy this one, but they're back to action right away Monday. They'll travel to Hill City, and then they'll travel to Mille Lacs next Thursday and finish it off the next Monday at Carleton Renshaw. So what a fun game it was between these two teams. You see the two 60-point scorers getting a picture together, and Hines and Jusak. What a game it was between them two. It was a battle of star power out there between these two teams. But for the Dragons, they come out on the losing side of things. Well, Ogilvie, again, wins their first conference crown since 2001. What a season. And it's not over yet, folks. It's not over quite yet. Don't forget, if you're watching this game on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube. That way, anytime that we go live with a local sporting event, if you're subscribed, hit that red subscribe button, you'll get the notification for the games that we're live at. Then all you have to do is pull it down, click on it, and it will take you right to the live video. So once again, this game ends with the Lions beating the Pine City Dragons for the Great River Conference crown, 89-82. Once again, want to thank all of our fine sponsors for sponsoring this broadcast and every other broadcast that we do. Of course, we can't do it without them. Want to thank all of you who tuned in for this game. It was a fun one, as Ogilvie gets their first conference crown since 2001. So again, I want to remind you to remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could truly make their day. Both these teams back in action on Monday. The Lions will be on the road, while the Dragons get to come back home and have their final home game against Foley. Of course, we'll be back out here for that one. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night and a fantastic weekend. Your night and a fantastic weekend.